Good evening to you, and thank you for choosing Hope TV to update you on what is happening within Kenya and the world over. We hope your weekend is going well so far. You are tuned in to Weekend Newswatch. My name is Joy Mochache. Our sign language interpreter for this evening is Boniface Mureithi, and we will be taking you through our top stories for the evening. Let's get started. President William Ruto has ordered the arrest of those behind the ethnic clashes that have claimed the lives of 7 people in Sondu town, which is along the Kisumu-Kericho border. This comes even as the president has begun his 4-day tour of the Luo Nyanza region amid tension in the area, which is being contained by a contingent of specialist security personnel, which was on Thursday deployed in the area. Addressing Kisumu residents, the president further maintained that he will deal with cartels who have decades frustrated the sugar subsector in the country. Grace Ahati reports.
President William Ruto has embarked on a 4-day development tour of the Nyanza region amid tension in Sondu town along the Kisumu-Kericho border following the ethnic clashes that claimed the lives of 7 people in the area. Speaking in Kisumu County, the head of state ordered the arrest of perpetrators of the violent clashes, noting that such incidents will be dealt with the full force that is exerted on banditry attacks in the northern region as well as the Al-Shabaab terror group.
Serikali ya Kenya ni serikali ya kila Mkenya. Mimi nataka niwahakikishie na tayari tumeweka mpango kamili na nimemwambia Profesa Kindiki ahakikishe ya kwamba kila mtu ambaye alisababisha mwananchi akapotesha maisha yake lazima akamatwe na lazima apelekwe jela, kwa sababu kuua mwananchi mwenzako ni mambo ambayo haikubaliki.
President Ruto has once again publicly vowed to continue dealing with cartels who have for decades frustrated the sugar sector in the country, noting that the government has a clear roadmap on how to restore the lost glory of sugarcane farming in the region. To deliver the promise, he told Kisumu residents that his administration has written off the debts owed by sugar factories as a clear demonstration of his commitment to restore order in the sugar subsector.
Hizi kampuni ya sukari nimesema ya kwamba hiyo bilioni 117 tutaifutilia mbali kama serikali ya Kenya, na tayari nimepitisha katika baraza la mawaziri na tayari imepitishwa kule bunge, na sasa madeni hiyo yote imefutiliwa mbali, ndio tuanze upya.
In the first day of his tour, the president launched various projects, among them the Kabonyo Fisheries Aquaculture Service and Training Center of Excellence, a project that is set to produce over 10 million fingerlings annually. According to him, the Kabonyo Fisheries Aquaculture Service in Nyando constituency will not only support the country's blue economy, but also create employment opportunities to residents, as well as facilitate the restocking of fish in Lake Victoria in order to raise their living standards.
Hapa tutakuwa tunatoa fingerlings milioni 7 kila mwaka in the first year of operation. Alafu tukienda mbele tutaongeza ifike milioni 10. Na mpango yetu ni kwamba ili tuwe na samaki ya kutosha, hapa ndio tutazalisha fingerlings, tutaziweka katika zile fish ponds zingine katika sehemu hii, na vile vile tutatumia katika restocking ya Lake Victoria hapa chini.
Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Grace Ahati.
Report, Grace Ahati, thank you. As we move on, the National Dialogue Committee has completed the first phase of the 60-day talks today. The committee, that is being co-chaired by Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka and Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah, has been hearing and examining memoranda from various stakeholders. According to Embu Governor Cecily Mbarire, who is also the UDA party chairperson, over 700 persons appeared before the committee. Speaking after the conclusion of the exercise, Minority Leader in the National Assembly, Opiyo Wandayi, has said all views submitted to the committee will be taken into consideration.
We have agreed that we will be resuming work as a committee on Wednesday, but in the meantime, there's work for the technical committee to do. And we'll be looking at all the 5 issues as we agreed at the beginning of our talks. And we will be able now to begin consensus building on the 5 issues starting on Wednesday. And we will be working, long hours, probably into the weekends, until we are able to build consensus on those issues.
We can actually conclude that this has been one of the most consultative processes that one can ever come across. And we are eternally grateful to Kenyans who came out in large numbers and from all walks of life to give their views to this committee. Now, those views will be taken into consideration, all of them. We seem to have had convergence on a number of issues so far, and therefore, as we resume next week, we shall basically be focusing on building consensus around those other outstanding issues, and we are sure that we are going to be able to deliver to Kenyans product within the timelines. Okay, that Kenyans should remain hopeful and expectant that this committee is going to deliver on its mandate.
In our next story, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has asked the governors to clear pending bills at the counties for private sectors to thrive. Speaking during the 21st ordinary session of the Intergovernmental Budget Economic Council of the official residence at Nairobi, Karen, the Deputy President has said that bills are slowing economic growth, especially for the upcoming investors. At the same time, Gachagua has called on the counties to pay salaries on time for smooth service delivery. The DP has also asked the counties to manage the wage bill below the 35% of the budget, adding that it is one of the ways for saving for development.
It was reported that 40 counties have submitted their pending bills reports to the Controller of Budget. However, it was noted that some counties did not follow the first in, first out basis criteria. The Council decided that a meeting be convened involving the Controller of Budget, the Council of Governors, and the National Treasury to address and resolve the persistent issues of pending bill. The Council was informed that of the 385.4 billion shillings allocated to the counties for the 2023-2024 financial year, out of which 61.1 billion has been disbursed to counties as an equitable share, Kenya shillings 52 billion to be disbursed as conditional grants to counties. To overcome difficult fiscal space, counties with low bank balances at the central bank will be given priority.
The National Assembly Budget Committee has okayed a bill seeking to relieve families from poor backgrounds of financial constraints when trying to get bodies of their kins detained by hospitals over medical bills. The bill by Kirinyaga Women's Rep and Jerry Maina seeks to compel hospitals not to hold bodies of the deceased, specifically those families from less privileged and poor backgrounds, in the interest of natural justice and human rights. The bill has been reintroduced for the second time in Parliament after it flopped in the first attempt.
Ninapendekeza tuunde sheria ambayo itahakikisha kwamba mtu akifariki hawezi kuzuiliwa kwenye hospitali, ama mtu akiwa na akipata matibabu alafu ashindwe kulipa bill hazuiliwi kwenye hospitali. Na mimi nasema ya kwamba sio kosa kuwa maskini hapa Kenya. Na mimi nashughulikia hustlers wa pale chini. Manake wakati mwingi unapata ya kwamba kule mashinani hata Kirinyaga County tumekuwa na kesi nyingi sana. Watu wakifariki unakuta hospitali wanakataa kupea familia mwili ili waweze kuulaza, lakini mimi najua ya kwamba sio eti watu wanakataa kulipa. Tunajua ya kwamba watu wengi hapa Kenya hawana ile bima ya kushughulikia health facilities ama kuweza kujikimu na kulipa bill za health. Kwa hivyo mimi naomba na nimeomba committee ya budget ipitishe hiyo bill, ilete pale bunge ili tuweze kujadili kama wabunge na tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba tunaunda sheria. Manake sisemi ya kwamba watu wasilipe hospitali. Mimi naomba mtu kama hawezi kabisa kulipa hospitali aweze kuachiliwa, kama mtu wao amefariki na hawezi kulipa kabisa waweze kuachiliwa. Nilifadhaika sana kuona ya kwamba hiyo bila kuweza kupata support on the first attempt, lakini mimi manake lazima nitetee watu wangu pale wa Kirinyaga County na Kenya mzima, watu wa hapa chini kabisa ama ambao tunaita hustlers. Ndio maana nimerudi tena na nikakuja kusukuma. Na mimi ninawaomba wabunge tuangalie sheria ya Kenya, na pia judiciary upande wa mahakama umesema ya kwamba ni hatia kuzuilia mtu hospitalini kama amepona ama amefariki. Kwa hivyo kama legislative arm of government, kazi yetu ni kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunaunda sheria ambayo itakuwa ina support judiciary yetu ama mahakama ambazo zimefanya uamuzi ya kwamba ni hatia.
Next, the spouse of the Deputy President, Pastor Dorcas Rigathi, has said people living with disabilities have a right to access all services just like any other Kenyan. Speaking during a feeding program for those living with disabilities in Narok County, Pastor Dorcas has also called on parents with children living with disabilities not to hide their children from the community, as this will be discriminatory. Pastor Dorcas is running a feeding program for PWDs in various counties across the country, apart from running a boy-child program as well.
Our aim is to improve access to healthcare, education, employment, while also promoting disability awareness and advocacy like I am doing right now. To achieve this objective, I encourage you as people with disability to register so that you can be able to be offered the opportunities that are available. Together, we can build a more equitable and inclusive Kenya where every individual, regardless of their disability, can lead fulfilling life and contribute to our shared prosperity. Let us move forward with determination, compassion, and believe that we are more inclusive.
And a bit of good news, as the motor assembly company Isuzu East Africa has today dedicated a multi-purpose hall at Embakasi Girls Secondary School in Mukuru slums. Speaking during the handing over of the ceremony, the school's principal, Grace Kamar, has said that the new facility will transform the lives of students by helping them further their skills and improve the school's performance. This multi-purpose hall is a demonstration of Isuzu East Africa's commitment to supporting education and the empowerment of young women in society. On her part, Isuzu's MD, Rita Kavashe, noted that the infrastructural development would provide a conducive atmosphere for teaching and learning.
When he met with us as women representatives, he told us he has a major concern. He's concerned about teenage pregnancies. During the pandemic, when the students were at home with their parents, over 300,000 students got pregnant. Now you are all children and you're young. And you can today with technology, you can even have a child at the age of 50. There's no need to rush. Isuzu have spent over 9-10 million to put this hall for you, to give you a better dining facility, to give you a place to be entertained, right? To give you a place to do your drama, your arts, to have your meals. This is a sacrifice that they've made. It will be terrible to not see the grades come up. I hear from their mentorship programs that they've seen a huge improvement in the standards. I've seen amazing motivation in the garden as I walked. I hope that when you pass it, you don't forget to read it. It's not there for you to pass. It's there for you to read and internalize. What is this message telling me? What am I supposed to do to make my life better? Because you know what? You're the captain of your own ship. You can't blame your parents if things go wrong, because right now the parents have done very well to put you in school.
Let's check out what's happening in the business world as 10 young Kenyan professionals aged between 21 and 35 have today benefited from a one-year professional development and leadership program in monitoring, evaluation, and learning. The program, dubbed the Young Impact Associates program, aims to engage and inspire a new and dynamic generation of African professionals to transform the impact measurement field. The 10 are part of the first cohort of 59 Young Impact Associates from the 5 countries in Africa.
Go! And so we started the journey, and here we are today, marking the end of the first cohort of the Young Impact Associates program, with the graduation of 10 remarkable young people who have successfully completed the one-year program and are paving the way for other young people.
Within the impact measurement debate, it is encouraging to see a growing recognition of the importance of shaping a new impact paradigm, one that integrates innovation, technology, complexity, system thinking, with indigenous way of knowing and methodological frameworks that are rooted into cultural and historical heritage and human-centered development.
Today, I have the privilege of introducing you to a remarkable journey that I and the 10 seated here have embarked upon, a journey of growth, learning, and impact. The Young Impact Associates program is not just a one-year experience. It's a profound transformational voyage. It's about unlocking the potential that lies within each one of us.
All right, thank you.
Real estate stakeholders in the country have today held a conference to be able to address the issues affecting the industry. Speaking during the event, EARB Board Chair Eunice Mochache said the stakeholders have taken issue with the bill proposed by Senator Aaron Chepsang, adding that the bill will address the various cases of projects that have been stalled, thus duping investors. According to Mochache, there is a need to ensure the rise of businessmen who are out to steal from innocent Kenyans by the government.
The Estate Agents Act, CAR 533, which creates the Estate Agents Board that regulates the practice of estate agency in Kenya, and is the only board that is allowed to register and to regulate the industry as of now. And the bill by Honorable Senator Alan Chesang, we have looked at it and we have reviewed it intensively, and the position of the board is that the Act, as it were, the Estate Agents Act, is sufficient to regulate the professional practitioner, the estate agent. The bill also brings in the aspect of a developer in two terms, in two areas. That is the area of land and site and service schemes, or the persons we call land buying companies, and also to regulate developers in terms of the persons who construct houses for sale.
The government has embarked on a very ambitious program, okay? Primarily to create jobs for Kenyans, to ensure that our country, everybody lives with dignity, okay? Everybody has somewhere where they can sleep, okay? Our young people get employment. Now, that particular program, for now, is housing. Remember in the previous, during the Kibaki regime, that program was roads and infrastructure, okay? But a road just has got very few people who can work on a road. So this particular government has embarked on housing as the means to create jobs, to grow the economy, and provide housing to the majority of Kenyans who currently are staying in the slum areas.
Let's not tire you too much. Let's take a breather and we'll be right back with the rest of our bulletin. Please don't go too far. You're watching Hope TV Newswatch.
Watu wa Mungu, be the vocalist hapa. And I'm just here to give you a testament. I am a living testimony of the slogan of Hope FM, where they say, listen and live. I am such a serious testimony and testament to that statement, because they have impacted my life big time. And imagine ile kitu wanauliza ni ati the way they have impacted my life and your life. Tunaweza jaribu pia to spread hii kitu mpaka huko mashinani, to spread hii word ya God huko mashinani. And the only thing they're requesting us to do is just contribute 100 bob. We just become partners with them. Na unapatana tu na bob moja. Lakini pia kama una feel uko philanthropic sana, unaweza piga jili mbili. Tuende hivyo, eh? All right? And so they are calling it 100 for one, where you just give out 100 bob and they can reach out to another soul. And of course mnauliza, okay, tuko na iso tunatuma wapi? Iso tunatuma via M-Pesa na tuko na P-bill number. P-bill number yetu ni 933. Alafu hapo kwa account name, alright? Andika tu FOH, yani Friends of Hope. Alafu tuma ile kitu natuma. Hapo mbele ni pin number yako na ni siri yako. Alafu tumeshamaliza hii kitu. Click on the send. Na imagine utakuwa umefanya kitu moja serious sana. We as Hope Media tutakuwa reach out to one soul. God bless you. Be there.
Welcome back. You're watching Weekend News Watch with me, Joy Mochache, and of course, who is assisting me is Boniface Mureithi. Engage with us on Facebook at Hope TV Kenya. On Instagram and Twitter, find us at HopeTV_KE. Let us know what you think of our bulletin as we move on. And Iranian human rights activist Narges Mohammadi has won this year's Nobel Peace Prize. According to the decision, the Norwegian Nobel Committee has said that Mohammadi, who is 51 years old, was honored for her fight against the oppression of women in Iran. The Iranian human rights activist is currently serving a 31-year jail term in Iran and has been subjected to 154 lashes. Despite being in jail almost continuously since 2010, she has managed to publicize abuses even from inside the prison.
Nobel Committee has decided to award the Nobel Peace Prize for 2023 to Narges Mohammadi for her fight against the oppression of women in Iran and her fight to promote human rights and freedom for all. Her brave struggle has come with tremendous personal cost. Altogether, the regime has arrested her 13 times, convicted her 5 times, and sentenced her to a total of 31 years in prison and 154 lashes. Ms. Mohammadi is still in prison as I speak. In September 2022, a young Kurdish woman, Mochache Amini, was killed in the custody of the Iranian morality police. Her killing triggered the largest political demonstrations against Iran's theocratic regime since it came to power in 1979. Under the slogan, "Woman, Life, Freedom," hundreds of thousands of Iranians took part in peaceful protests against the authorities' brutality and oppression of women.
Let's look at some sports as the AFC Leopards is set to host FKF Premier League, defending champions Gor Mahia tomorrow in the 94th Mashemeji Derby. The two teams have held their last training sessions today and will be looking to bag the first bragging rights of the season. The two perennial rivals are to renew their rivalry once again in the first leg of the FKFPL 2023-24 season. The last time the two sides faced each other, AFC Leopards won 2-1.
Training's been very good this week. The guys have been working hard. There's been a nice sort of light mood in camp. And yeah, look, everyone knows when the derby comes around, it's a game that, players want to go and make a mark and leave a mark. And I think that's amplified this week now that we're launching our new TV deal in terms of the game being beamed not just across Kenya, but the whole region and the whole continent as well. So I think for the players, it's a great moment for them to show where we are as a team and where they are as individuals. But yeah, it's definitely a game that we're ready for. The mood's good in camp, but we know it's going to be a really difficult afternoon because we know anytime AFC and Kogalo come up against each other, it's a game that's, it's really fought tooth and nail.
At AFC Leopards, there are no easy games. All games are tough. All teams come with the same mentality to try and beat us. And of course, with Gor Mahia, it's of course a big rival, champion last season. Maybe with a better squad. Of course, we're ready for that challenge. We'll do our best. We'll try to win this game. And hopefully we give our fans a victory for the first time. But it's not an easy game, as I said. But what we have to do is just play our normal game and try to do the right things.
KCB head coach Bernard Mwalala's mettle will be put to test when the KCB FC face off against Muhoroni Youth FC at the Muhoroni Stadium backyard in a rescheduled FKF Premier League fixture this coming Monday. KCB FC, currently fourth in the standings, have set their sights on securing their third victory in what will be their sixth match of the 2023-2024 FKF Premier League season. The Bankers were held to a 1-1 draw in their last league match against defending champions Gor Mahia, while Muhoroni FC secured their first victory of the season by claiming a 1-0 win at home against Ulinzi Stars.
So tuna hope by coming after international break, I think watu watakuwa ready kuficha kwa matches because lazima kuna process lazima undergo za therapy na recovery, lazima wakuwe ready that wako fit, wanaweza kuwa ready kufieldiwa kwa matches. But tunashukuru Mungu that wote wame resume training na tuna God willing by after international break wote I think watakuwa ready. At any point kila opponent lazima umpe heshima zake, but now lazima ujiangalie wewe una prepare nini na unataka kuachieve nini at the end of the day. Juu sisi kama KCB tumejipanga, sisi tunaangalia points 3. Opponents pia amejipanga kivyake, but now ni sisi kuangalia jukumu letu la kwenda huko na kutafuta point ni gani. Message kwa players ni I think kila players nayo confidence imeanza kurudi na kila player lazima anajiwakia kutafuta position ya kucheza, because wakati kuna a depth yenye kuna good players lazima kila mmoja atatafuta nafasi, na hiyo inamaanisha ni moral boost kwa team that kila mtu lazima anaonesha hiyo anajimahiri kuwa na nafasi ya kucheza.
Confidence level iko poa considering hizo game 3 tumecheza, tumeget 5 points. Ilikuwa tough matches but tumeimagine 5 points natupatia confidence coming to game ya weekend against Moroni, na tuko na full confidence that tunaenda kupata 3 points. So far tuna bond vipoa, tume welcome newcomers, wana feel wako home. Message to KCB fans, wako too patience na sisi, tuna take one game at a time na tuna believe that this season inaenda kwa season poa kwetu.
14th leg of the KCB East Africa Golf Tour will be held at the 9-hole Mochache Golf Club tomorrow. The morning action is expected to tee off at 7 a.m. as 140 golfers brave the fairways to fight for the top 2 positions in a bid to qualify for the grand finale of the tour scheduled for next month at the Karen Country Club. The series has so far seen 12 teams book a spot in the Pro-Am event. And for a last update, the DTB Bank With Us golf tournament will grace the lush Kericho golf course as the tournament heads into its 6th leg this Saturday. Tomorrow's event has drawn over 130 participants from the region and its surroundings, including DTB's customers and prominent regional golfers who will compete for a variety of prizes, In the last leg of the tournament held at Thika Golf Club, lady golfer Carol Mungai emerged as the overall winner with 41 points, beating a field of over 200 golfers. Well, we do thank you so much for choosing us to update you. We do hope that your weekend will be a good one as we start to walk into the weekend. Remember, my name has been Joy Mochache. Our sign language interpreter has been Boniface Muredi, and we wish you a blessed night ahead.